Another year with more disappointment for AC Milan, the Italian giant finishing bottom of the Champions League group, the group of death, but they're out, not even in the Europa League. One of the most famous clubs in Italy. We need to restore their reputation and bring things back to life, really. So today we are pushing for the Champions League title for AC Milan as we rebuild them. The objective of this series is to take a team to Champions League glory. All games barring the Champions League final will be simulated. The jump-in feature cannot be used during simulations. And a warning, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. So here's a look at the starting 11 we start life off with here at the San Siro. It is a pretty decent side, but there is definitely work to be done. You've got older players like Zlatan and Kaya in the back line there, Zlatan up top. But there's still some young quality players like Kessie. You've got Brahim on loan, you've got Hernandez. So it's really a mixed bag, isn't it? Also, lads, I should probably just let you know, if the energy is off, it is because I'm like 99.99% sure that I've got the spicy cough. I'm sure we all know what I'm referring to. A bunch of people, including the main man, the Master Bucks, who I saw last week. I was literally hugging Master Bucks, and the next day he tests positive. And now I've got all the signs and symptoms, but I still need to get the bangers out to you guys. But yeah, I might just sound a little bit down and out for the count because I'm pretty sure I'm testing positive. Positive for COVID and positive for being the sexiest career mode YouTuber in the scene. So the first piece of business we are going to do here at AC Milan is to send Sailor-Makers off on a season-long loan move to Atalanta. Also, I've got to show some love to one of my best mates, Josh, who got me as a secret Santa with a friendship group and got me the cutout of Hasbulla. So Hasbulla's going to be in the videos from now on. And the first permanent player departure is going to be for Andrea Conti, who is off to Hoffenheim for just under £3 million. Castelletto is off to the Premier League. The man with the neck tats is off to West Ham United. And in a transfer that might be a little bit controversial, some of you guys might not be expecting it, I have decided to sell Alessio Romagnoli to Sporting Lisbon, £25 million in our back pocket. Rade Krunic is also out of the club and off to Everton. We're selling a lot of players. We need to go and sign some. And there it is, the man that is essentially a prisoner at the moment at Leeds United. He's like parking a Ferrari in the housing estate. It is Rafinha joining us here at AC Milan for £52.5 million. But we're right back to getting players out of the club. Rafael Leao is off to Benfica on a season-long loan. Gonna make an upgrade at the right back position, as well as Denzel Dumfries is joining us here from Inter Milan. A little bit of a Milan derby rivalry extenuation, I guess you could say. But there we go, lads. That is the opening transfer window done and dusted here at AC Milan. Rafinha and Dumfries into the club, and a whole heap of players out of the club permanently and temporarily. Little update on how the squad is looking. Need to get players like Rafinha. Well, Dumfries has got his sharpness up nice and quickly, but Dumfries, or Rafinha I should say, needs to pump it up a little bit. But honestly, I don't know what to expect for this first season. Of course, we are in the Champions League group of death. They finished bottom in real life with just 4 points, so honestly, anything better than that is a plus for me. I don't expect us to win the Champions League here in Season 1, but I want to show signs of improvement. Look, we showed signs of improvement. We get 1 point more and 1 position more than we got in the real-life Champions League. So I think, although getting 5 points might not be enough to get us into the Europa League, but yeah, Liverpool and Madrid, just a different caliber. In Serie A, however, we currently have a 6-point advantage at the top of the table. 42 points, Inter on 36, Juventus on 33. We're looking good. The thing that was happening when I was simulating through the calendar is that Dumfries and Calabria were splitting up the game time. So, and when I want Dumfries to be the number 1 right back, so I'm going to send Calabria on a short loan move to Real Madrid, hopefully get a little bit of growth for him there. But I want to make an upgrade to the left-hand side of the midfield. Ante Rebic, the Croatian king himself, we're going to send him to FC Porto. And in response, we signed the Dutch left midfielder. It is Steven Bergwijn. Again, I feel like I'm signing and selling a lot of players with neck tats. Maybe that's just me, but that's just me saying the universe telling me that I should go get my neck done. But Steven Bergwijn is joining us here from Tottenham. Champions of the Italian Serie A in season number 1. We finished 8 points ahead of Juventus. My goal was to just make sure we qualified for the Champions League in season number 2. So the fact that we have won Serie A this early in the campaign is bloody terrific. Empoli, Venezia, and Spezia would be relegated if this was, or Serie B was still around. We lose in the final of Coppa Italia to Roma. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid beat Chelsea in the Champions League final. Villarreal win the Europa League. We ended up making it to the bloody semi-finals where we lost to Leicester. I don't even have to say anything. I have no word. What? Olivier Giroud has bagged himself 25 goals. I swear to God, when you look back at Olivier Giroud's stats and best goals and stuff, you would think he was so much better of a player than he actually technically has been. But Giroud, 25 goals at age 35, that is cool. But it is time for us to say goodbye to the great man himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, retiring at the end of the season. Season number 1, despite not making it out of the group stages, was an overwhelming success. Italian champions once again. Let's build on that momentum for season number 2. Season number 2 kicking off here with a player departure. That's essentially what happened all season number 1, but Mattia Caldara is off to AS Monaco, and we are going to make a big time upgrade to the back line here. Kai is an absolute gun. I'm loving using him, but we need to get some younger options alongside Fikio Tamore, so we are going to sign the Swiss defender Akanji from Dortmund. Meanwhile, Tommaso Pobega is off to Stade Rennais, and Leo Duarte is off to the mighty Fulham FC for £2.25 million. The loan move didn't really do much, so we're sending Calabria on a permanent move to La Liga this year, off to Barcelona for 21 million. Meanwhile, the great son, or the son of the great Paolo Maldini, Daniel Maldini, is off on a season-long loan move. It would be nice to get some growth into him. And like I said, got nothing but love for Simon Kjær, but the Danish defender is off on a permanent deal. This is purely business decisions. 23.3 mil to Juve. I'm really pulling my punches here for the first transfer window. Akanji the only signing. I just want to wait and see what happens in January, or what happens leading up to January, and really see if we're in the Champions League knockout rounds, or if we're in the Europa League, or just what really. I was considering signing a new striker in terms after Zlatan retired, but I have decided to convert Rafael Leao to a centre forward, and then now I'm going to put him into a striker and see if he can fill the void. If he can't, then I'll go for another striker, but we'll have to wait and see. Also, our Champions League group this year, whilst difficult, doesn't compare to the one we had last year. I don't think any group compares to what we had in season number 1, but Leipzig, Lille, and Split is still a pretty tough group, so let's see if we're up to the challenge. That is a tight Champions League group. 11 points for the top, 6 at the bottom, but we have slid in there and have finished second in Group E, meaning we have qualified for the knockout rounds for the first time in today's rebuild. But immediately we get put to the test, as in the round of 16, we are versing the Red Devils themselves, Manchester United. Serie A is ridiculously tight this season as well. Napoli top of the league on 36, Sassuolo in 7th on 32. This is really, we need to pick it up in the second half of the season if we want to go back to back. So I'm actually really happy with the growth of Leao at the striker role, so I'm just going to go ahead and make an end game signing at the right back position, almost like a transfer budget breaker, as we sign Hakimi for £126.5 million from PSG. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Champions League knockout round time. Definitely feeling a little bit more confident after getting Hakimi into the starting 11. 88 rated is absolutely brilliant, but we are at home here at the San Siro for the first leg. Going to quick sim it, and the scoreline is a 4-2 loss. Oh dear. Rashford, Fernandes, Ronaldo, this is absolute murder. So, I mean, this is one of the toughest positions we've had heading into a second leg. The goal for me is, can we get a 2-0 win or a 3-1 win and force extra time? Because we've got a big challenge ahead of us here. We're going to jump into it, though. The second leg at Old Trafford. The Theatre of Dreams becomes our Theatre of Dreams. I need to stop yelling because I'm going to lose my voice and pass away. But we have a 4-1 win and are through to the Champions League quarters, 6-5 on aggregate. Oh my God. So somehow we are even in this position to begin with, but we're in the Champions League quarterfinals and we are versing Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get into it here. No time to waste. At the Allianz, the first scoreline, it is Rafinha giving us the lead. Oh my, maybe we're better than I actually expected. 1-0 win. Rafinha scores. Oh my god. Look, I don't want to get too cocky because obviously we know what it's like to have a big lead in the first leg and then go and blow it in the second. And we definitely don't have a big lead. It is only a 1-0 lead. We just need to get a draw or a win here against Bayern Munich. And we continue our Champions League run if that happens. We're going to simulate it at the San Siro. And Robert Lewandowski's missed penalty means we go through on aggregate rule. Ginter in the 90th minute, Rafinha in the 87th, but we are through to the Champions League semi-final time, and we have got some juggernauts to take on here. Manchester City in the semis. We've taken down the red half of Manchester. Can we take down the blue half? Here we go, lads. Getting into the first leg against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. I'm just going to simulate it here. The first leg is a 3-2 win. Oh my goodness gracious me. We are 3-2 up here and one result away from a Champions League final. Let's go, lad. We are at home at the San Siro. Last time a Manchester club came here, it wasn't a pretty tale. Let's go and make a fairy tale run to the Champions League final continue. We simulate it here and we lose on penalties. Are you actually kidding me? I was thinking surely we could get to the final and have an insane result, like have an insane run. But João Cancelo and Hodge are the remaining parties that decide the result, and we are out of the Champions League on a penalty shootout. That is cruel. The heartbreak of the Champions League semi-final loss runs deep, but at least we have absolutely gone off here in Serie A. The second half of the season, I said we needed to step it up in the second half of the season, and we have done just that. 85 points. And we finished 9 points clear of Napoli. Meanwhile, it is the usual suspects, Venezia, Spezia, and Salernitana, bottom of the league. We take down Roma to win Supercoppa this season. Meanwhile, it's Lazio winning Coppa Italia. Man City do go on to defeat Tottenham to win the Champions League. Wolfsburg win the Europa. And it is Wolverhampton winning the Europa Conference League this season. Fair play, Wolves, fair play. It almost hurts to see this happen. Brahim has been an absolute gun for us in the first 2 seasons, but his 2-year loan term is coming to an end, and Real Madrid are getting an absolute superstar next year. Also, Rafael Leao's move to a striker has definitely paid off, as he's gone up 5 overall this season and bagged himself 26 goals alongside Rafinha. Looks like our experiment was an experiment worth doing. But as season number 2 here, done and dusted at the San Siro at AC Milan. Let's get the job done. Let's get on to season 3 and go one step further. Heading into season number 3, I was really tempted to go and get Brahim back to the club, but because of how much we grew him, his valuation absolutely skyrocketed, and financially it was just a silly decision, so I have decided to sign Matthias Cunha himself. If you watch my Wolves career mode back on the second channel, RIP second channel, I might upload there in the new year, but Matthias Cunha is a certified baller. King Cunha himself, love this guy to death, bringing him to the San Siro. Meanwhile, the experiment for Denzel Dumfries kind of failed, and we're going to sell him now. We're going to part ways with the Dutch defender off to Man City, but we are going to make another upgrade here to the back line. I feel like it's been a revolving door of right backs and centre backs for this entire rebuild, but Eder Militao is joining us from Real Madrid for £89.1 million, whilst I'm also going to spend some money on a backup shot stopper, Paul Lopez, joining us from Roma for 21 mil. A big transfer window of acquisitions to the side, and our team is just looking absolutely saucy. Needs some growth from players like Cunha, like Bergwijn, and we will be absolutely sorted for the Champions League this season, surely. This team is gone. We have been placed into Group E of the Champions League this season. Man United, obviously the toughest prospect in the group. AS Monaco could cause us some problems. Lokomotiv Moscow, probably not. Touch wood, but time will tell. Let's simulate and see if we can get back to the round of 16 in 3, 2, 1. Oh my, what the hell happened there? Are you actually kidding me? We have finished 3rd in the group. Oh my god. Okay, so we're in the Europa League. We're in the Europa League. That is terrible. Despite having a shocking Champions League run, we are absolutely killing it here in Serie A, top of the table once again. Gonna spend the remaining transfer budget though on a backup striker. No real improvements needed or necessary for the starting 11 at the moment, but Kasper Dolberg is joining us here from Frankfurt. And that's all we're gonna do in this January transfer window. We have absolutely destroyed Serie A this season. The only thing that we had to even concentrate on for the second half of the season, really, although we did have Europa League, didn't we? But 3 losses, 85 points, 11 points clear, 3 titles in a row. We're bloody good. Spezia, Empoli, and Salernitana bottom of the league again. Another Super Coppa to add to the trophy cabinet. Meanwhile, Fiorentina win Coppa Italia. Atletico Madrid end up going on to win another Champions League title. And we have won the Europa League. Despite our embarrassing run in the Champions League, it turns out to be a blessing in disguise as we take on Porto, take them down, and add the Europa League title to our trophy cabinet. Yes! Nothing makes me happier than seeing Spurs losing a Euro Conference League final, I should say. So I did expect to win some silverware in Europe this season. The Europa League isn't exactly what I was expecting, but it is silverware nonetheless. We push on in Season 4, and hopefully we can actually get out of the group this time. I just want to go all out on the squad this season and give ourselves the best chance possible of winning a Champions League. That is why we are signing Alejandro Grimaldo from Leicester City for £53.4 million. Another Spanish player on the left-hand side of the field to join the bench and join the backup squadron. Javier Puado is joining us from Sampdoria for £50 million. And a bit of change of pace, the Greek defender Nicholas Mikolas is headed to Preston North End. I know I sold him to Man City, then I realized this year, maybe we need a backup right back to Hakimi, so we've said hello once again to Denzel Dumfries. Hey, to my credit, he's stayed at 83 overall, and we've got him for what, like £10 million than we compared to what we sold him for, so stonk. This team is looking awesome. Honestly, Rafinha, what is actually doing, bro? 94 rated. Oh my goodness gracious me. This team is saucy. Like, if we don't get out of the bloody group again this season, I'm going to have some questions, both for the game and most importantly, myself as a manager. There is no excuses not to get out of the group this year. This is, in the 4 years we've been doing this, the easiest group we have come up against. Leipzig, Sporting, and Lech Poznan. Still good teams, still could cause us some issues, but surely we get out. That is more like it. Come on, lads. 6 points ahead of Leipzig, top of Group B, just the 1 loss. And we're back in the round of 16 where we bloody well belong. But in the round of 16, we are taking on the side that we lost to in the quarterfinals, I believe it was, in season number 2. And that is Bayern Munich. Out of all the teams, why couldn't I get Galatasaray? A 4th Serie A title, though, isn't looking super comfortable at the moment this season, as Juventus are 5 points clear at the top of the table. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Champions League round of 16 time. Traveling to the Allianz Arena. We know that we can take down Bayern Munich. We have done it before, but can we do it again here in season number 4? We're going to quick sim the scoreline against Bayern Munich, and we come away with a result in the first leg here. It's a win. It's not the most comfortable win in the world, but it is a win nonetheless, and it is an advantage headed at the San Siro. So here we go, lads. Headed to the San Siro. Still a lot of work to do here if we want to keep the German juggernauts in Bayern Munich at bay. But we are going to jump right into it here. And the scoreline, oh my god. Theo Hernandez has won it for us in the 115th minute. It went to extra time. It would have been 1-0 after 90 minutes. Bergwijn, then Koeman, then Theo, and we are headed to the quarterfinals. Oh my god. Again, why couldn't I get Dynamo Kiev? Instead, we've got a challenging opponent in Lyon. Hopefully we can take them down. It's better than getting drawn up against Barcelona or Madrid, but it's still a challenging opponent. All right, here we go, lads. Traveling away to France for the first leg here, the Velodrome in Lyon. We are going to get right into it here, trying to get ourselves off to a strong start. It's not a strong start, but it's I honestly don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to feel about anything right now. I am running on fumes, but it is a 2-2 result against Olympic Lyon. Champions League quarterfinal, second leg against Lyon. We need a spot here in the Champions League semi-finals. We're going to simulate it, getting right into it, ladies and gentlemen. And the semi-finals, are where we are headed. Kessie in the 76th minute. Paqueta made it interesting in the final moments of the game, but we are headed to the Champions League semis for the second time in this rebuild. So here we go. 1 Italian, 1 German, and 2 Spanish teams remain. There's a guarantee that there's going to be a Spanish team in the final, but we need to make sure there's an Italian team in the final as well. Leg number 1. Here we go at the Signal Iduna Park, taking on Borussia Dortmund. A challenging place to travel in front of the yellow wall. Can we hold our nerves? Simulating against Dortmund, and the nerves have been bloody well held, lads. The nerves have been held and capitalized on. We've turned the negative energy into a positive, and we have a very strong 3-1 advantage at the Signal Iduna Park. The goal right now, we have a 2-goal advantage. We know from what happened with Man United earlier in the rebuild that 2-goal advantages really mean nothing, but we need to make sure that we get ourselves through to the Champions League final number 1 and make sure we get no injuries or no suspensions for the final. Simulating against Dortmund, and the final is where we are headed. 3-1 again, 6-2 on aggregate. Let's go find out if it's Sevilla or Barca that we're versing. And we are versing Barcelona in the Champions League final, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a massive challenge. 2 juggernauts of European football. Let's see if we can be the greatest one to add another trophy to the collection. Taking a look around the grounds at the other competitions though, Man City versing Aston Villa in the Europa League final is bloody weird to see. Nice have taken down United though to win the Conference League. We add a 4th title, a 4th Serie A title to the trophy cabinet in today's rebuild. That is extraordinary. Meanwhile, once again, Salernitana, Venezia, and Cagliari bottom of the table. We have won Supercoppa over Fiorentina, but we couldn't do the domestic treble as Juventus win Coppa Italia. We also lost the UEFA Super Cup at the start of the season to Atletico Madrid. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, heading into the Champions League final against the mighty Barcelona. 2 clubs right now in AC Milan and Barcelona that aren't exactly where they want to be in European football. So this will be a massive redemption arc for either club, but of course I'm hoping it is us. We're taking a look though at the squad report. An absolute saucy rebuild to date. So many big signings, so many big scorelines being put up as well, and so much silverware added to the San Siro. But the one trophy we want to add to the trophy cabinet is of course the UEFA Champions League title. We are getting into it now. The final between AC Milan and between Barcelona. Let's have that here. Ladies and gentlemen, Champions League final time. It is Barcelona versus AC Milan. Let's get this title back to the San Siro. Just got to defend and soak up any early pressure. Ansu Fati going there to Tielemans. They go back to Memphis Depay, who fires off an early warning shot. Come on, let's get something building out from the back now. Hakimi going here to Benacer. Looking for the right opportunity. Leao leading the line. I see the overlapping run being made. We've done that well. Is he offside? No, he's onside. I see the ball in the middle. It is Leao, and it is a goal. That is absolutely brilliant. The experiment to move Leao from a left winger to a striker has paid dividends, and we have the lead here in the Champions League final. Get in there. Just get something going here. Yeah, good run, good run, good run. Leao for a double. Oh my God, I tried to green time, but that is still on. Don't let them get an equaliser here before half-time. Tielemans, that is terrible defending on my behalf. They go back there. They go back. Is he offside? Yes, he is. Good, good, good. Come on. Get something before half-time here. Is he onside? He is. Leao, get it center. Get it again. Oh, get it again. No! Bloody hell. Still on. One more shot. Benacer shoots it. We've hit the crossbar. They've called half-time. Are you kidding me? Yes. Leao. Nice. Come on, Cunha. Set it up for the sweaty goal. Cunha. Leao. Leao. Oh, are you kidding me? What? Passing it around. Lukaku with a long shot deflected. We can't win the ball back there. Lukaku again. Good save from Mike Magnan. And Frankie de Jong going there to Romelu Lukaku. Can't give him space. They go through there. Was that tackled by Theo or was that saved by Magnan? Because if that was tackled, that was extraordinary. The whistle needs to go any second now. If we win the possession, surely they don't do me like this. Dive, dive, dive. Oh, I thought Lukaku was going to get it. And they call the full-time whistle. Let's go, lads. That is the Champions League final. 1 here for AC Milan. And that is the AC Milan rebuild done and dusted. Thank you so much for watching today's rebuild. I apologize if my energy was off. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I have COVID. So if you don't see an upload for a few days after this, you will know why. But if not, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been JarradHD here. I am out.